Welcome to another 3D comparison video. This will be regarding saving files from CATIA as STL file formats intended for 3D printing. And let's take a look over here. So within Tools, Options, we have the possibility over here where we have the display settings. We're going to have the performance. And this will be really important. So we see over here 3D accuracy. If I will set this to a lower value, that means that when my file will be saved, the overall mesh of the STL will change. So I usually keep this at 0.01. So let's go ahead with the test part over here and save it as an STL. I'm going to name this 0.01, so like this. So that will be the value of the accuracy. And within Blender, I'm going to import that. So file, import, STL. From the desktop, this will be the file. Now, I will need to scale this 1,000 times, so I'm just going to press S 0.01, and this will be the real size of the part, and you can already see how the mesh will look. We can also change over here the smoothing. If I will go to Shade Auto Smooth, those lines will no longer be visible, but within the wireframe will look like this. I can also display the settings. So we're going to see that overall the number of edges, in this case 1600. Now let's go back to CATIA and let's say that I didn't change this. Let's say that this will be set to 0.1. You're going to see by default that even within the viewport, we're going to see some additional edges over there. So if I will go and I will save this again as an STL, I'm just going to call this, so the naming for this was name 0.01. I'm just going to name this 01. And I will import that over here so we can better compare those. We're going to see the file size a lot smaller than the previous one. I'm just going to scale this down using 0.001. And this will be the new model, and you can already see that the overall accuracy for this will be a lot lower. So the total number of edges, 435. Over here within Blender, I can right click Shade Auto Smooth, but even with that, we're going to see that the part will be quite low poly. Now, some people keep their CATIA on even a lower value. For example, over here, I can go with a value of 1, but that means I'm going to see this directly as a polygon. So again, if I will save this as an STL file, this will be different. So I'm just going to name this name 1. I will import this over here as well, so you can better see the difference between those. We're going to see that the overall file size is not that small compared to the previous one. But the overall mesh quality over here will look like this. So even with auto smoothing, take a look over here. So this should be rounded as within this reference. You see how smoothly that has been defined over here. Now you can go to the other side with the parameters. So as you can see over here, you can go from 0.01 up to 10. I can try to add even a lower value like this, but you're going to see that will be out of range. So 0.01 will be the maximum that CATIA will allow you. So this is why I encourage you to go to 0.01. And again, the file that will be saved like this will be just like the previous one. I'm just going to okay, so I saved that as a CATIA file. I actually need to save it as an STL. And this will be the highest accuracy that CATIA can use. In this case, for this case study part, 284. So this will be the accuracy. Now you can go further and you can further decimate this if you consider this not to be rounded enough. But in my opinion, this is more than sufficient for 3D printing. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this kind of content. If you are working with CAD, for example with CATIA, keep in mind that the settings that you are going to define over there will influence the output file in this case. And For SolidWorks, I'm gonna make an additional video. There's a little bit of a different workflow, but the fundamentals are the same. You need to improve that mesh accuracy before saving the STL file. Okay, so I hope you enjoy this kind of content. You're gonna find a similar video over here on the left side, and I will also add a subscribe button to the right. So that's it. Thanks for watching.